Okay, let's make some brushes. So I got some paths here. I'm going to select them. And I got this monster face there. So I'm just going to apply a 2-point stroke to it. And there we go. Looks okay. But I think we can do better. I think, this line is a little flat. There's no variance to it. So let's make a brush that'll sort of suggest pressure without having a pressure sensitive tablet. Okay, let's make a brush. I'm going to get the ellipse tool here and make an ellipse. Make it a fill. And make that a little thinner. All right, that looks good. I like that. So let's make a brush out of that. So it's selected. So let's go to the new brush. And we're going to go with Art Brush. Click OK. So you got all these different settings. The important one here is stretch to fit stroke length. The arrow direction doesn't matter yet because this is just, an even, thin, thick, thin pen brush. So we're just going to leave it as is. Click OK. So now let's select our path and select the stroke that we just made. Now look at that. Quite a bit different. Much more interesting. I like that. We can make a wide variety of different kinds of strokes. If I wanted to, we can make like maybe one that's a little bit more like, when you first put your pen on the paper, there's more pressure. And then as you work on it, it thins out. So let's just do that. Let's make the bottom here more of a blunt end. And we'll go to the top. Stretch it out. So, yeah. And then let's just make this smaller. And a little thinner. A little thinner than that. There we go. And make it a fill. All right, so let's make a brush, a new brush. And Art Brush again, click OK. Now this time the direction of the arrow matters because I want the slightly thicker end to be the first thing that hits the line path. So I'm going to change that direction. So it's going to go from this point to that point. I'm going to click OK. Once again, select my path and click on my new brush. And there we got thicker going to thin. And I think, as I'm looking at that, let's even make that 2 points. Ooh, I like that. Let's add another variance. Let's duplicate this brush. And then we double click on it. We can change some of its attributes. In this case, I want the arrow to go the other way. I'm going to click OK. And let's select the cheeks here. And we'll apply our new brush. So now we got like thick going to thin, and we got thin going to thick. We can do another type of brush. Matter of fact, let's just actually kind of sort of draw it. Where's the... I'm going to change the fidelity. All right. Let's draw our new brush so we got thick and thin throughout the whole thing. All right. Make it a fill. Make it smaller. Make it thinner. Because we can always add strokes to it. There we go. That looks good. All right, so new brush. Art Brush, click OK. And I think I like that direction better for it. Stretch to fit. Click all right. Let's try his forehead. And maybe the inner ear. All right. And let's apply our new brush to that. Look at that. That's adding some nice variety to it. Matter of fact, I think I would like that for the mouth area. Now that's kind of cool. I like that a lot. So it's a lot of different things you can do to make your own kind of brush and make your art more you. But let's do something else. You can make a brush out of almost anything you create in Illustrator. So here I got this little dog I made, and I'm going to select him, and I'm going to make him a brush. So let's make new brush, art brush, click OK, stretch to fit, yeah, but we're going to add stretch between the guides. And you see here we got these guides here. So I want him to stretch in its body. All right, that looks good. What direction are we going? Let's try that direction and click OK. And let me delete the drawing itself. And let's see. Grab my paintbrush and then select my new brush. There it is right there, upside down. And let's just draw right across. And look at that. I can even just make him a wiggly dog. So it's a lot of things you can do in making your own brushes in Illustrator. Just use your imagination.